Have you ever felt lost in life and you go down the self-improvement rabbit hole hoping to find the secrets to life, to become enlightened, and you end up more lost and confused than you were at the start? Well, this tends to happen because there's so much information out there and a lot of it is contradictory. So how do you know what's useful, what's not? I was in this position of being lost. There's so much self-improvement advice and you try to implement all of it and then you just get overwhelmed and overloaded with different techniques and strategies and tips. And it's like, oh God, how do I fit all this into my life, into one morning routine? Oh God. And so I was sitting in the bath and I'm like, okay, let me distill this down into something that my mind can kind of understand. And from there, I can feel like I have a North Star that I'm heading towards. And this is what I came up with. So let's break it down in order of acquisition. Number one, the body. The reason we start with the body is because it is the most actionable step out of the three. It's the easiest to take action on. Lift some weights, play a sport, go for a walk, go for a run. These are things that you can do right now with complete certainty that you're doing the right thing. Now, once you've trained the body to be the best version of you, you're going to feel more respect for yourself because you can see tangible physical results that you've taken the steps and the effort to take care of yourself. And that is kind of the foundation of self-improvement, is just showing up for yourself and taking action. And it's really easy to do that. Again, sorry, I shouldn't say easy. It's very simple to do that in physical form. So that's why we start with the body. And once you improve that flesh vessel, that vehicle that you're inhabiting, it will allow you to do more of other things that you care about because you have more energy, more stamina, more strength. So take care of that first. That's number one. Number two, the mind. Why is training the mind so important? I like to think of it as the most transferable and universal skill that there is. You take your mind with you everywhere. If everything you experience goes through the mind, why would you not want to upgrade that? Why would you not want to improve that? So in order to sharpen and clear the mind, the number one thing, and I know some of you are going to be pissed off because this is obviously not original, but it's meditation. Meditation is the number one thing you can do for your mind. It is truly transformative. And it's hard, I know. But all the things that are worth doing are usually hard. Look, it doesn't have to be too difficult. Keep it simple. Just set a timer on your phone for 5, maybe 10 minutes. And for anyone that doesn't know how to meditate, it's very simple to start off with. All you have to do is close your eyes and focus on your breath. Bring all of your attention to your breath. Now, this doesn't really mean think about your breath. Don't be like, oh, that was a good breath. Oh, that was a bad breath. Oh, I should be breathing more like this. That's just more thoughts. You want to feel your breath. So you just want to feel the sensations of breathing in and then letting go. And when thoughts pop up, you acknowledge them and you let them go. That's pretty much it. And the more times that you can realize that you've been lost in thought and you've come back to the breath, the more times you do that, it's kind of like reps of, a bicep curl, for example. Every time you realize that and come back, you're doing another rep. Plenty of other benefits to meditation, but I just want to keep it very simple. And the third and final point is purpose. I'll tell you a quick story. The most confident I've ever been, where I peaked, was 12 years old. I know, embarrassing. My life peaked at 12, but it did. And there's a reason it did. At the time, I was convinced I was going to be a professional soccer player. That was my dream in life. And every single day, at school, after school, for hours, I would practice soccer non-stop. And the amount of confidence and peace that gave me, because I knew exactly what it was that I wanted to do, and I knew exactly how to get there. Just keep putting in the hours, keep training, keep going. It simplified life and it gave me an identity. I felt so good about myself because I knew I was working towards a better future. I was already, not to brag, but I was already very good at the sport. So I had kind of internal proof, internal validation I felt good about myself. I respected myself for being good at the thing that I valued. And I can't tell you, for people that have never experienced that level of confidence, I can't tell you how it feels. It's something you really just have to experience. It's pretty crazy though. Walking through life like that versus walking through life unconfident, unsatisfied, lost, purposeless, it's two completely different realities. That's why to direct self-improvement, it should always be purpose as the number one goal. But don't fret. If you do not have a purpose at the moment, if you don't know what your purpose is, you can still work on the mind and the body. That's what personally I've been doing for the last couple years now, because I haven't really known what I've wanted to do. I mean, I've always kind of felt like I wanted to do YouTube for a while, but just like too scared to do it, I suppose. But in the meantime, I worked on my body. I went to the gym. I ran. I've played sports. I've kept it in shape. I've learnt about health, diet, sleep, and I've learned the practice of meditation. I've been meditating for a couple years now, journaling, all those kind of mindfulness stuff. I've been acquiring those healthy habits so that when the time comes where I do find my purpose, I'm ready and I can dive into it with my full potential behind it. You might be wondering, why have you left out of this kind of framework or this formula, people, relationships, social dynamics, that's extremely important. And to that, I would say, yes, I agree. That is extremely important. It's arguably the most important thing in life, or at least one of them, is your relationships with others. But I would say that the benefits of these solo pursuits, the mind, the body, and purpose, it will completely transform who you are to the point where you won't even recognize yourself. And this new version of yourself will go out into the world confident, open, courageous, and you'll be able to experience a completely different life. And when it comes to relationships, your interpersonal skills will take care of themselves. Trust me. Most of social dynamics, I would argue, kind of play off of the nervous system. I feel like that might sound like I'm going rogue somewhere, but most of it is how relaxed do you feel in your body? How comfortable do you feel in your own skin? Can you be open to others without trying to guard or hide yourself? The worse you feel about yourself, the more you hide and the more you put walls up, and that stops you from connecting with others. So instead of working on your social skills and how to have a firm handshake and eye contact or whatever people teach, instead of that, I think get to the root cause of it. Become someone that you genuinely are proud of, that you enjoy to be. Live a life that you love. And once you live that, confidence will just exude from you. And so I just made this in case there's someone out there that's completely lost and maybe is new to self-improvement and has no real big picture. They don't really know what they're looking for. They know they want to become a better person, but maybe they've just they're hyper fixated on, I don't know, what's a weird niche of self-improvement? Maybe they've bought a jaw-sizer. I think that's how you say it. The ones where you get the Giga Chad jaw. Maybe you've just gone too far into the rabbit hole and you need to zoom out and see the big picture. Let me know what you think. If you like it, if you dislike it, if you agree, if you disagree. But I'd say that's fucking it.